In this video, I'm going to be installing this carbon fiber steering wheel in my 2013 Lexus GS350. Now, I got this wheel from a company called Car Actives, and they make a lot of ambient lighting kits and carbon fiber steering wheels for cars. So the first thing we have to do is install the logo right here. Now, on their website, you will not see the option to add the logo. Instead, you have to tell them you want it in the custom order notes, and that normally costs an extra $49 to get a logo added on the steering wheel. But since you guys are watching this video right now, you can actually get that for free. And the way you do that is in the custom special order notes, just put Camden, and they will know you came from this video, and they will put a logo on here for completely free. So here is the logo right here, and thankfully it's super easy to install it because it already has 3M tape applied. So just go ahead and peel that off and place it in here. And there you go. Now the logo is installed and it looks complete now. And now let me show you how to remove the old wheel so we can install the new one. And this realistically should only take around 25 minutes. Now the first thing we need to do is disconnect the battery, because when you're working with airbags, it's very important that there's no voltage going to this because you risk blowing up the airbag in your face. So we definitely don't want that to happen. So let's first go ahead and pop the hood open. Then grab a 10mm ratchet and locate the negative terminal on the battery, then remove it. And now, just to be smart, it's good to wait like 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure there's no electricity left in the car, just to be better safe than sorry. Now we're ready to take the old wheel off. Now it's very important that you make sure it is completely dead center. The reason you do that is because when we install the new wheel, we do not want to accidentally put it to the left or right, because then your alignment's going to be way off. So the first step to removing this wheel is to take the airbag off. So the first things we're looking for on the side are these plastic pieces here that clearly come out. They are on both sides of the wheel, and you can see that little groove right there. Stick a screwdriver or something super small in there and pop it off. Now I'm going to attempt to remove this with this little pry tool I have. So I'm just going to stick it in that little hole, just like that. Then on the other side is extremely similar. You just have the cruise control here, so you're going to pull this piece out around the cruise control. Then go ahead and get a flathead screwdriver, and there are 3 metal prongs in there that we have to push a certain way and the airbag will pop out. So here's a view on the left side of the steering wheel where we popped out that control piece, and you can see a tiny little prong in there right about right there. I'm going to stick my screwdriver in there and move it up. And as you can see, now it's not in the middle anymore, and the airbag is a little bit loose now on the bottom. All right, this is going to be a little hard to show, so I want to show the angle I move my camera at. So I'm going to go underneath of here, looking really high upwards. And hopefully you can see that other prong all the way up there. I'm going to put my screwdriver on it and push. And now the airbag is almost fully out. You can see how far it's sticking out. Now it is extremely hard to show, but on the other side where the cruise control is, what we just took off on this side, that pin all the way up on the top, it is basically mirrored on this side. So stick your screwdriver in there and push it the exact same way and the airbag will pop off. Now that we pressed all 3 of those prongs, the airbag can just come all the way out. Now to remove the airbag on the back, there are 3 wires that we have to disconnect. The 2 airbag wires and then the ground wire right here for the horn. So for the ground wire, you can just pull it out just like that. Then we need to remove the orange and black connectors. Now to do that, there are these 2 yellow things on the top here, and you just pull those out basically. So get something very small. I'm using a little flathead screwdriver, and I'm going to stick it in there and pry it up. Just like that. And then you should be able to pull both of those wires out. Now with both of those wires and the ground wire removed, the airbag is fully off. Now there's one 19mm bolt that is holding the wheel on. So once again, make sure everything is centered. That way when you put the new one back on, you don't mess it up. So I'm just using a massive breaker bar here to give me a lot of leverage. And now that broken free, do not take it all the way off because the wheel is probably really stuck on there. And if you took the bolt fully off and you just try to yank this whole thing and pull it off, you're most likely going to break the clock spring behind it, which is what the airbag wires are connected to. If you break that, your airbag's not gonna work, the lights here are not gonna work, the buttons aren't gonna work, and that's like a $200 fix, so we definitely don't wanna do that. So what I'm going to do is loosen it a little bit, then I'm going to hit around the wheel until I feel it break free. All right, finally, after hitting this thing so much, what really helped a lot instead of just directly hitting it was grabbing it on both angles and just wiggling it so much. Honestly, it is stuck on there so badly. I don't know why it's so hard to take off. But either way, hopefully you can tell now. It is super loose, so now we are safe to take the bolt all the way out. So before I take the wheel off, here is the cruise control wire right here. It plugs into the clock spring on the very right, so I'm just going to unplug that. And I'm also going to unplug the big center wire here. That plugs into the clock spring as well. And now the only thing still connected, which you don't take off, is the airbag wire. Now we can remove the wheel, and that is the only thing that's going to be there. So thread them through the hole. And now the stock wheel is fully out. And now one thing we need to do is take the cruise control from the stock wheel and put it on the new wheel. Now to remove the cruise control, it's really easy. I just took all this off so you can see easier. But there are these two Phillips head screws right here. And then also this wire right here was plugged right into it. And this was what was plugged into the clock spring. So just take both of these screws out, take the cruise control out, and we're going to put it in the carbon fiber wheel. Now I don't think you have to take this off. I just did once again so you can see it easier, but that's all we're doing. Now we're ready to install the new steering wheel. So very simple, just make sure your clock spring is centered. Then we're going to feed the airbag wires right through the back like we did before. Now get your 19mm bolt and put it back on there. Now this bolt actually has a torque specification, which you definitely don't need to actually do this, but I'm going to use a torque wrench. It is 37 foot-pounds or 50 Newton-meters of torque. Like I said, you literally don't need to do this. Just make it super tight with your hand and you'll be good. But I want to do a really professional installation. Now that the wheel is on and tightened, go ahead and plug the cruise control wire back into the clock spring all the way on the right here. Then the center plug that back into the clock spring as well. And then now we just have the ground wire and the two airbag wires. Go ahead and do the ground wire first. Now that all of the wires are connected, we can simply just put the airbag back on. And all you do is you just push it back in place. Then we can get our covers and reinstall them. Now the wheel is fully installed and you can already tell it looks absolutely amazing. So now let's reconnect the battery and we'll be done.
There is no way that it's never going there. I think it better and I swear I'll follow you no matter where. Think it better when I swear.
So as you can see, the carbon fiber steering wheel makes my interior look absolutely amazing. I think it really did transform it, and I love how it matches the blue stitching on the OEM GSF shift knob I have in my car. And when I was working with them on how I wanted to design the wheel, I tried to pick the stitching that matched the OEM F blue stitching as close as possible, and I think it came out great. I think the blue could have been a little bit darker. It's just hard to tell in photos, obviously. So I would go with a more darker blue if you really want to match that stitching color perfectly. Now, just as a reminder, I got the steering wheel from a company called Car Actives, and some of the things I got are not standard, like the carbon fiber paddle shifters. Those are an add-on, and the carbon fiber bezel that surrounds the buttons, that is normally that gray color. That is also an add-on as well. Now, I would definitely recommend getting those because, as you can see, it makes the wheel look absolutely amazing. It'll still look good without it, but those are just like next level touches that really just makes this look better than like any wheel I've ever seen. And another reminder, if you want the logo like I have on my steering wheel, in the special order notes on their website, just put my name, Camden, and then we'll know you watched this video. That is normally $49 extra, but that'll be completely free as long as you put my name there, and then you can get whatever logo you want on the wheel. And the build completion time should be around 4 weeks. Mine was less, and shipping was less than a week. It's honestly crazy, so you won't have to be waiting for that long. Now, just a few little things I want to mention about the wheel that probably no one would really notice, but the perforated leather on the wheel I absolutely love. I've seen a lot of carbon fiber steering wheels, and the leather just looks so off to me. The perforations are like small and really spaced out. out, and I just would hate that in this car. That's just me nitpicking extremely. Most people wouldn't even notice that, but the leather they used on this, I literally could not be any better. Another thing on the button bezel, that is a carbon fiber like I mentioned. In the real car, as you know, it is two separate pieces. The left and right outer piece is black to match the black button, and then the inner buttons are that silver color, and the whole trim piece is silver. Obviously the whole thing on this is carbon fiber, but instead of making it just one big piece, they actually separated it like it is from factory. And also the carbon fiber paddle shifters matching the OEM ones perfectly, like a one-to-one dimension. They literally are perfectly matched, but just made out of carbon and have the blue plus and minus symbols on it. Like, that's just insane attention to detail. And I think stuff like that really sets this company apart from like every other one I've seen. Clearly just trying to make it as OEM as possible. I mean, you cannot tell me this is not OEM plus executed perfectly. So if you can't tell, I could not be more happy with this. I don't regret it at all. It is absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to drive more with it. Now, if you do want to buy this wheel, there is a link in the description and pinned comment. And if you do use my link, it does give me a little commission. You don't have to, but it does help me out. But yeah, with all that said, let me know of any other videos you want to see me do to this car, whether it be a video about something with the car or another modification like this video. Just let me know. And with all that said, if you stay until the end of the video, you're a real one, and I appreciate you watching.